Mike, would you say a spectacular outing from Lance tonight?
Yeah, we've seen him so good, and you're going to have times when you're just fighting through it, and that's what he's done his last couple. And today was, a great job of controlling his fastball, but I thought he did a great job of making some adjustments, and he got more square to the plate. He and Derek Lilliquist and Blaze Ilsley tried to figure out some small things to do to keep him through the ball to where it wasn't running off the plate so much, and he controlled, really from the top, the bottom of the zone, and the hitters typically will show you with how many ground ball outs he was able to get in the big double plays when he needed them.
Trace some of that back to the ankle at all, or do you think that was just part of the season and guys sometimes go awry mechanically during the season?
The feedback he was giving us was that the ankle didn't play into it, but you never know. I mean, he's not real good about giving us all the information. But with that being said, that's part of him just getting out there and doesn't want limitations. But, I do know for any of our guys, when something's bothering them, it eventually affects you somehow. And I think he pushed hard through it and figured out how to make the adjustments he needed to make. But they're usually hand in hand. That's why we tried to give him a little bit extra rest when he was trying to get out there on his next start. Because anytime you can let that stuff heal, it can maybe keep you from going into a bad spot with something else. One thing usually leads to another when you start to favor one part of your body.
His spot in the order comes up, and that makes that decision kind of easy. But is this in it at all? Do you move him out just to have a good taste in his mouth, save innings, all those?
No, that's it. You're right. And, he's right at 90 pitches, so we're probably going to put him back out there for only one more anyhow. He's got left, right, left coming up in their order. He just had a terrific day, and we also give an opportunity to bring a couple of our guys in off the bench to get those big pinch hit at bats where they need. So all the way around, and we scored 2 more runs, and it gives us an 8-run lead at that point. I didn't see a reason in forcing the issue, especially the fact that we had plenty of arms down there that were ready to pitch.
Do you think creating, whether you do by speaking about it or just by the nature of where you are in the schedule, creating a competition where the 5 guys in the rotation know only 4 may advance, that's a good thing to bring out the best in some guys?
I guess it's one of those elephants in the room. Everybody knows about it. But it's not anything that we're making a big deal of, mostly because it gets completely away from our boring philosophy of let's take care of today and not be distracted by what's ahead. But once again, they're human. They understand the situation. Most of them have been here before, and they get where we are and decisions that are ahead. And we've not shied away from that healthy competition all year. For each guy pass it off to the next as far as our starters go and see if they can top the previous. And I think they've done a real nice job of pushing each other like that.
On the offensive end, was tonight a glimpse of what you hope can be now that you have all your guys healthy in the lineup again?
Yeah, nice to see Holly back in there, and right off the bat, his first swing was right on the screws, and then he hits the ball in the gap like we've seen him do so many times. He was moving well. He came out of the game feeling very good. Just an overall positive day with power from Grichuk, and then Matt Carpenter continues to just have a terrific season, and to be able to make those big adjustments and off a tough lefty too, and just a lot of things happened offensively today that we're very proud of.
Did you feel like everything went right tonight?
Got a lot of things doing well, yeah. Every time we can get that many of our players in and give them some action, and you bring a Peter Borges in, who's been such a great teammate to take whatever role he's had, and constantly working harder to improve, and wants more, and rightfully so. But he gets an opportunity and does what he does, and all the way through the order. And then you see something like Travis Tartamella. That's just a great story. And that guy, this was a day I don't know if he thought would ever come, and gets out there into a big league stadium. The fans did a great job of acknowledging him, and then he comes through with a base hit in his first at bat. I mean, that's stuff that'll make your hair stand up. But it was a very, very good day for us.
All in the world, Tony Cruz, but the 3 starts he caught here in this series, 2 runs over 20 innings, but good statement from him.
Yeah, no question. And that doesn't surprise us. I mean, this guy pays close attention, and once again, he and Yadi are continuing to talk, and they have great conversations before the game and what their plan is, and it's just kind of business as usual. Let's keep going, and Tony's done a very good job of staying prepared.
Lance, one of the reasons you don't make decisions about, where things are going to be until you get there, and do you plan on, I don't know if you set a deadline, or do you plan on tinkering with things until the last moment there?
Well,
Not
we
that you
got-
come out and tell us, but do you have something?
No,
in
we
your
got a
head?
lot of baseball to play here.
Sure.
So, that question came up ahead of time, and don't count anybody out. Just keep playing the game, and this stuff kind of takes care of itself over time. And let's not get too far ahead of ourselves in any of our planning. We got some tough baseball ahead of us, and looking forward to this push. And then the rest will take care of the rest when we get there and see what it looks like.
Lance could have 2 more starts until then. What do you hope to see him carry over? Kind of what are you looking for in him next time he's out there?
Just what we saw tonight. Today was a very good representation of how he should go about his business and locating and using his secondary stuff effectively and with a good idea of how to use it to certain hitters. But overall, he controlled the strike zone with his fastball and moved it around and kept it, in the top of the zone and the bottom, got ground balls when he needed to. It was a very good adjustment.
Did you see some hawk to his fastball today?
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah, got it at 94. I saw.
95 a couple times.
Just looked like he found a good rhythm, and every one of these guys, it's amazing. They don't take it for granted, because every once in a while you think you got it all figured out, and it reaches up and it bites you, and it humbles you that how quick it can get away. Just one small minor mechanical issue can create so much trouble and issue to get back to. So he did a nice job.
Mike, even though you do take it one game at a time, you still want to have your team primed for game 163. That's when you want to peak. Do you feel that your team is percolating towards that point, that especially with this week, that you're ascending that way?
Yeah, I feel our best baseball's ahead of us. I've said that all season. I still believe it. And just the mix of everything that we know that we can do, put it together for a long period of time, I think it's ahead.